Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday, TGIF, and all that jazz. So, today is Friday, and you know what that means. We made it through another week. Weekend is looking pretty good, so pretty stoked about that. Gonna be playing in the shop here in a little while, so also pretty stoked about that. Um, Anywho, let's see who we got over here. See who's hanging out with us on this beautiful Friday morning. We have LB Sharp says, morning all, wet and rainy in Geronimo, Oklahoma today. All right, I guess it can't be sunny everywhere. Larry Galt's over there on Facebook. How you doing, Larry? Dave Clemens says, Big D in the house. Morning, Dave. Thumbs up. Thank you for the thumbs up. We got two or three of them over there, I think. Happy TGIF. 35 headed to 61 in glorious Brooklyn, Michigan. Wonderful. And again, he's over there in Facebook land too. Good to see you, Dave. Let's see. Troy Pritchard's in the house. Says, good morning, everybody. Thumbs up. Happy Friday. TGIF. Thank y'all. Good to see you, Troy. Larry's saying, rain, rain, and more rain. Oh, that means it's probably headed my way. I think the whole weekend is supposed to be good until maybe sometime Sunday. I don't know. Just keep it over there a while, Larry. I don't need any rain right now. Mike Reynolds is in the house. It's good guys and gals when they arrive. 37 degrees, going to 60. Good deal. Happy Friday. Happy Friday to you, Mike. Steve Gronsky's here. TGIF, morning everyone. 34 headed to 41. No rain in the forecast. Thumbs up, Dave. Thank you, Steve. I appreciate them thumbs up. You guys are awesome. There's Joanne, aka Dwayne, says good morning to all. TGIF +3 going to +12 or 56 degrees Fahrenheit. Do y'all get the idea that Dwayne's trying to teach us all Celsius and Fahrenheit conversions? Yeah. I'm glad he clears that up because when he puts that Celsius stuff, I don't have a clue what it is without looking at some kind of chart thing. Good morning to you, Dwayne. Paul Stewart says, good morning, everybody. Thumbs up. Thank you, Paul. Good to see you here. Roll Walker's in the house. Morning, everyone. 36 going to 52. Have a great day. Thumbs up. Yeah, have a great weekend, man. It's going to be, it's we got to make the best of it. I mean, I'm excited about the weekend. Gary Hammett Wood Creation says, good sunshine morning. Heck yeah. Stephen Toronto says, good morning. Good morning there, Stephen. Kevin Els, how you doing, Kevin? Hope you're doing well. Jim Sanicola says, TGIF, sun is shining, going 54 degrees today. Another great day to be alive. Yes, indeed. It sure is. Bill Hoffman says, good morning, Mr. Dave. How you doing, Bill? Down there in Terre Haute, Indiana. Good to see you on here, buddy. Ryan Ballard, morning from windy Maryland. Hope you're doing well, Ryan. How you coming on your little challenge thing here, buddy? Hitch Hamilton says, TGIF, everybody. How you doing, Hitch? Good to see you. Paul Kemp says, good morning over there on the Facebook. Good morning to you, sir. Grant Clark says, good morning, all. How you doing, Grant? We've got, here I go. Stupid mouse. I don't understand this thing. Sometimes I flip it and it just shoots everything way up there. And then I got to go back and find where I was. Okay, here we go. Here's Bob Sims. Says, hi from the UK. 69th birthday today, so doing nothing. Happy birthday, Bob. That is awesome. Hope you have an excellent day today. Brian Moomey says, good morning, everyone. Nice 12 degrees here in Wyoming. 12 degrees? Are you kidding me? It's April, Brian. Come on. Man, that is just, I'm getting a chill just thinking about that. 12 degrees. Come on, you can do better than that. Let's see here. Paul Camp says, happy here in Fort Wayne, Indiana. Sun is shining, at least for the moment. Yep. Good deal. Good deal. Ryan says, happy birthday, Bob. There's my other Greg Hamilton friend. How you doing, Greg? Good to see you on here. Happy Friday, Dave, he says. And I hope, I got thinking, I hope everything's going well at the old PCI. I got thinking about you guys the other day. Just with all this Corona stuff, I don't know if y'all are still knocking out stuff or not. Somebody let Zach Manring in here. I don't know how he got in here, but good morning, Zach. Good to see you. Hendricks Woodworking says, morning, Dave. How you doing? Good to see you. Let's see if I can scroll this thing up without going crazy with it. Wilson Rue-Bottom's here this morning. How you doing, Wilson? Brian Rockwell says, good morning, everyone. How you doing, Brian? Earl says, happy birthday, Bob. 69. That's cool. Steve Murray says, morning, Dave. How you doing, Steve? Good to see you. Clyde Labonte's in the house this morning. He says, good morning, people. Jesse from JJ Woodchop is here. How you doing, Jesse? Hope everything's looking good down there in Louisiana, I believe is where you're at. Ray Whitaker's in the house. Good morning, sir. Hope you're having an awesome Friday and an even better weekend. He said, Hendricks Woodworking says, I just got millimeters and inch conversions down, not doing temperature. I hear you. Clyde says, when Canada went metric, I was lost and still lost. Yeah. I'm surprised because I offer, with the Gatton kits, I try to accommodate everybody. So I sell them in decimals, which is, what I'm used to being in sheet metal and stuff. That's how I think. I think in decimals. And then I also sell them in fractions because I know most woodworkers like to deal with fractions. But then I also sell them in metric, which is, I use millimeters for the people that want to use that. And I don't really have many requests for the metric ones. It's and I mean, even when I send one to Canada or something like that, they usually go with the fractions, which is kind of interesting, I think. All righty, let's see. Paul Camp says he must be up at altitude. I guess he's talking about Brian Mooney. Because that's sure enough cold over there. Yeah, got a lot of good birthday wishes over here, Bob. A lot of good ones. There's my buddy Doug Siss this morning, Dave, TGIF. Hope you're hanging in there, Doug. I know it's a little crazy, but I hope you're hanging in there. Ray Whitaker said, Carl Whitaker today. Ray, Irma, Sherry Craft Saturday. Oh, your birthday's tomorrow, Ray? I knew Carl's was today. I've already wished him a happy birthday on Facebook. Well, let me just go ahead and tell you happy birthday then, big guy, if yours is tomorrow. I didn't realize you were way older than me. A few days anyway. Barry Curtis is in the house. He says, good morning, everybody. All right, let's see here. Bob Sims says, I just got a new vernier with millimeters, decimal, and fractions. Okay, cool. You got all the bases covered then. Clyde says, I worked in tool and die for 44 years, mostly decimals. Yeah, I'm a decimal guy. That's how I think. That's how I think in decimal. Hendricks says, I work in CNC maintenance. All our cam is in inches, but most parts are in millimeter. Yeah. Back when I was doing the sheet metal thing, we'd get prints all the time that would have, we get a lot of companies from Germany, and they would use the metric. It'd all be millimeters and stuff. And in some places would do, in fact, when I would draw parts for the shop or do drawings for the shop, I would always do the dual dimensions because I knew guys would be measuring with their calipers and stuff in decimal, but it also had the metric dimension too, so they could double check that against the customer's print. So I know a little bit about the metric, but I don't like it. It's too, I don't know. I guess if that's all I used, I guess I'd get used to it, but I don't. So Ryan's trying to ask me some kind of question here. Let's see what's on his mind. He says, Dave, what is your thoughts on these non-food places closing down permanently? My thought is that if you have to close up for good in that fast, you were probably hanging on by a shoestring anyways. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Because if you're already in trouble this quick, yeah, you probably didn't. But there's probably a lot of them that are like that, especially the startups and stuff. I got to tell you, folks, I feel so fortunate because, and it's all a fluke the way everything happened. But I feel so fortunate that what I do now for a living, I do right here at my house. My store is my website. All the little products I can make right here in my garage, or shop, whatever you want to call it. I guess I should call it a shop because there hadn't been a car in there in years. But, so as long as I can get, and I just went and got a big bunch of plywood, so I'm good there. I did go to the UPS store yesterday. And again, it's getting scary when you go out in places like that because everybody else is wearing masks and gloves and all that kind of stuff. And so anyway, even if if it gets really, really bad, I can ship and just tell UPS come pick it up off my porch. A lot of the other smaller things I ship priority mail. So I have they deliver, they bring me the boxes, for that. And then I stick them in the mailbox because I have a huge mailbox just for that reason. So my mailman can pick it up. So I feel really fortunate that, as long as people don't run out of money to buy my stuff, I'll be okay. And there's a lot of folks that, because this thing isn't everywhere. I mean, it's mostly looks like big cities and stuff. So all these folks that live out in the country and stuff like that, they're still going right ahead with what they were doing. So hopefully they'll keep me in business for a while until we can make it through this thing. Bob Sims says, thank you all for the birthday wishes. Thank you, Bob, for spending your 69th birthday, at least part of it, with us here at the coffee sessions. I appreciate that. And speaking of, I'll get back to those comments in a minute. Speaking of something else, we were talking about Janet the other day. She's part of our little gang here, and she's been under the weather. I'm not sure exactly. They diagnosed her with pneumonia, and I'm not sure if she's got the results back yet from the COVID-19 test. But anyway, she's. I sent her a message on um, Facebook this morning. Told her that all of us at the coffee sessions gang, that we missed her, and she replied back and said, she will be back, and that she's doing a little better each day. So that's good news. So if you do happen to watch this, Janet, we are thinking about you and can't wait till you make it back. All right, now let me go see what comments. Okay, Paul Camp says, Ryan, they were probably using the virus as an excuse to, okay, yeah. Darren Bird wants to know, is it all over yet? No, it's not. Now, this question or this comment kind of took me because at first I read that as my wife is a sewer, but it's a sower. I read that the wrong way when I first looked at it. I'm like, that's not very nice to call your wife a sewer. So she made several masks yesterday and will be making more today until her fabric runs out. Good for her, Jim. That's good. Yeah. Tim Holcomb's here. Says morning all. Bob Sins says it's 17 minutes after 2 in the UK. So, all righty. Don't have a whole bunch of news today. And I really should have a lot because I've been up because of Jack. I've been up since 5 o'clock this morning. He started fussing, and when he comes over and sticks his head right up on the edge of the bed, sticking it in my face when I'm rolled over that way. He started whining like, yeah, come on, let's get up and go out, And he's a big dog, and, when you have a big dog, when big dogs go out and do their business, they do big business. So when they're whining like that, it's best to get up and let them out, no matter what time it is. So we got up, let the boys out, and I thought, well, I might as well start drinking coffee. So yeah, been up a long time already on my third cup here, which is a lot for me, and ready to start the day here. And if there's anybody, I think there's maybe a few of you that's out there that are here in Georgia. Our governor, Brian Kemp, has declared it what are they calling it? Shelter at home order. I think that's what they call it. Anyway, goes into effect 6 p.m. tonight. And so I guess they're, going to start cracking down like a lot of other places where you can get in trouble if you're out playing and you're not supposed to be. There's a few things you can do. You can go to the grocery store, which I don't do anyway, and I'm sure not going to do now. And you can go to like because a lot of the restaurants are still open. They have the drive-thrus open. However, I got a shock yesterday because I thought, I haven't had Chick-fil-A in a long time. I thought, I'm going to go have Chick-fil-A for lunch. I'm going to, because the drive-thru's open, I'm going to go over there, pick up one of those, I don't know, deluxe things where they put it's like a regular chicken sandwich, but you get the lettuce and tomato and stuff like that on it. And I drove over there, and I'll be darned if they weren't boarded up. Well, not boarded up, but closed up. Had the cones all out there, had it all blocked off, and I'm like, well, I guess I won't eat there or pick up from there. So I ended up going to Zaxby's, and it's not what I wanted, but they have pretty good little buffalo wings with the hot honey mustard. Those are pretty good. So, man, I'm missing all kinds of comments. Let me scroll back up here and see what I'm missing. Yeah, Janet, our prayers are sent. Hope you get well soon. Yeah. Like I said she's feeling better, a little better every day. So that's good. That's good. So hopefully she'll get back to hanging out with us here pretty soon. Gary said his wife started making masks also. Yeah. My wife is making masks too. Hard to find elastics. Yeah. Mike says, I'm sure happy I live in the country on 240 acres. Yeah, I'll bet. That's that sounds like paradise to me. All right, Lee Richards says, I live so far out in the woods and I love this quarantine. I can stay home and work on my Gatton, but waiting on parts to come in, and that's heartbreaking. Yeah. Well, they'll get there. I haven't really seen, because I order a lot of stuff, good old Amazon. I'm addicted to it, just like everybody else. And I haven't really seen much of a slowdown as far as their delivery times. Every once in a while, something that normally, because I have a Prime account, and every once in a while, sometime when I'm expecting something in 2 days, it might take 3, but very rarely. I've been getting stuff pretty quick. Paul Camp says Indiana governor has closed all schools for the remainder of the year, but students still have to meet the 160-day requirement. Okay. Yeah, Brian Kemp shut our schools down for the rest of the year too. I think that was part of the other part of the thing. Wilson says, Mike, I'm envious of you. I think we probably all are at this, with this stuff going on. Another thoughts and prayers for Janet. Thank you. Okay, Bob says, my CNC just finished making face shield foam headbands. Now there's a thought. Clyde, I don't know if you can get foam. I don't know. Shelter in place, is that what it's called? Okay. They keep changing the name of the stuff, and I can't keep up with it. Jesse says we have a curfew now. Says they feel really bad for the 6 sailors on the aircraft carrier. They can't get away from it. Yeah. Wow, that's interesting. And the tidbit of the day is that Kentucky is using ankle monitors on folks that have tested positive and are not adhering to the shelter at home. I know you can't fix stupid. That's why I'm starting to get a little gun shy, I guess, about going places. Like yesterday, I went to the UPS store, and it's right down the road, so it's that's why I go there all the time. And that's like the third or maybe fourth time I've been since, um, well, maybe more than that. But I mean, I've been 3 or 4 times since the Corona thing got really hot and heavy. And, it's like each time I go in there, there's more stuff, like now they've got tape on the floor. And like where you come in and they like have a little, I don't know, thing, that when you come in, you're supposed to go around to the right. And then when you leave, you're supposed to go to the left. And just like it, and then they have tape on the floor 6 feet apart. So, you're supposed to stand back there. So I go in yesterday and there's this dude in front of me. And, he's all right. He's staying 6 feet away. But then the another dude that was at the thing paying, when he got done, apparently he knew that guy, the other guy. So, so instead of walking around to the right like he's supposed to, he walks back right by us, because he had to do the elbow bump thing with that dude and say, hey, how you doing, whatever. And I'm like, dude, so, like I say, you can't fix stupid, so it's not surprising that they're having to do that to people who have tested positive. 7 people charged in Nova Scotia for no complying with social distancing. Okay. Yeah. See, I guess some of these people, if they test positive, and and some people, I guess particularly young people, might have little or no symptoms, So even if they got it, they're like, well, I feel okay. Let me just go on out and party and do whatever. They don't realize that, you go give it to the wrong person, you can kill them. So, but yeah, I've gotten a little bit gun shy, like I said, because it's, I ain't scared of dying, but I ain't the way I want to go. I got too much stuff to do in the shop. I ain't got time to die. I got stuff to do. So, let's see. Dave Clemens says daughter went on a road trip, 25 miles away to do our weekly shopping, hit 4 stores and still didn't get everything. Yeah, I haven't even bothered trying to go to the grocery store anymore. I've placed orders to have it delivered, once from Publix and once from Kroger, which was the first ever, because since I've lived here for 13 years, I've never shopped anywhere but Publix. But I've been looking on Amazon, and I'll try to order like canned goods or something to hold me when I start getting critically low, which won't be long, because it doesn't take long to eat up stuff around here. But yeah, I'll whatever I get, I'll have delivered. I'm not going out, because all these other people, they from what I can tell, they still haven't stopped. People are just freaking out, and like, they say they're restocking the stores and all and trying to keep up, but people keep going in there and buying, and like for months. So I don't know. Let's see here. John Ian is here, says he just finished his shift. Welcome to the coffee sessions, John. We're just about to sign off here. Hitch says, yeah, there's my timer right there. 6 cruise ships docking at Miami and Lauderdale. Yeah. I have Amazon Prime, but some of my parts are taking up to 8 weeks for delivery. Well, is that with the Prime? Are they available for Prime, or are they just taking that long because they're not available? Because not everything on Amazon is available with Prime, even if you have a Prime account. And I usually avoid those things unless I just can't get it any other way. Let's see. There was a guy in one of the groups that was cutting 120 face shields for a 4x8 sheet of HDPE and then uses a clear plastic sheet from an office supply store. Alrighty. Yeah, this is a good question. 3 more cruise ships with COVID-19. Why in the heck are people still getting on them? Well, like I said before, you can't fix stupid. It says you can only hope to control it. What, the stupid? Yeah, you can't fix it. All right. Get 3 weeks of consumables. All right, now let's see. People are still talking on here. Let's see. I was at Costco yesterday morning for seniors. People weren't keeping the 6 feet apart. Very good. Not going back. Yeah, that's what I mean, Clyde. I'll obey the guidelines and I'll stay 20 feet away from them if I can. But then when somebody else comes walking right up to you or walks right past you, I'm like, what are you going to do? You can't control the other idiots. So yeah, I try not to go anywhere at all. Now, like I said, I went to Home Depot the other day. I'm stocked up on plywood. And Michael Pinkerton just showed up. He said, what I missed? Well, you missed the giveaway. We gave away a $100 gift certificate a few minutes ago. It's too bad you missed out on that. Lee Richards says, just like here in Florida, spring break kids rented boats to party on sandbars. Half of them got the virus now. Yep. Yeah, I saw all that mess down there. All right. All I see is we're all talking about how crazy people are. We all already know that. So Dave Clemens always tells me when it's time to get. He says, got to get. See you tomorrow. And bye, he says. So we're going to get out of here. Everybody ought to have an awesome weekend. I know we're staying at home and stuff, but it still can be fun. If you're a CNC person, get out there and work on a challenge project. I did a little video yesterday, put out to try to let everybody in the whole world know about it. And I think it's been viewed like 600 and something times or something like that so far. So hopefully we'll get some interesting videos from other places besides the U.S. That'd be cool. Anyway, I'm going to get out of here, guys. Y'all have a good one. Stay safe. Stay home. And we will see y'all Monday. Bring your coffee.